Have you ever wondered how a couple of young guys with a revolutionary idea changed the way the world works, plays, and communicates? This is the story of Microsoft, a tech empire built on bits, bytes, and limitless ambition. The origin. The story begins in Albuquerque, New Mexico, in 1975. Two young men, Bill Gates and Paul Allen, two inseparable friends, share a passion: computer science. At that time, computers were enormous, expensive machines reserved for universities and businesses. But Gates and Allen saw something more: a future where every person would have a computer on their desk, in their home. Their first big opportunity came with the Altair 8800, considered the first personal computer. Gates and Allen developed a version of BASIC, a programming language, for this new device. It was a risk, a total gamble. To finance it, Gates had to convince his mother, who had influential contacts, to lend them a hand. It worked. It worked so well that they sold the BASIC license to MITS, the company that manufactured the Altair. Microsoft was born, a company that didn't even have offices. The early years, challenges and visions. The first years were about pure survival. Microsoft was a small company, competing with giants. Gates and Allen worked day and night, writing code, selling licenses, negotiating contracts. There was no time to sleep, only to program. Their vision was clear: to put a computer on every desk and in every home. But the road was full of obstacles. One of the biggest challenges was the birth of the IBM PC in 1981. IBM, the giant of computing, needed an operating system for its new personal computer. Microsoft, with its MS-DOS operating system, was chosen. It was a stroke of luck and a masterstroke. Instead of selling MS-DOS exclusively to IBM, Microsoft retained the rights, allowing them to license it to other manufacturers. This strategic decision was key to their future dominance. Growth and expansion. The Windows era. The 80s were a time of exponential growth. Microsoft moved to Seattle, hired hundreds of employees, and launched new products. But the real turning point came with Windows. The Windows graphical interface, inspired by Apple's, revolutionized the way people interacted with computers. Suddenly, using a computer was easy, intuitive, accessible to everyone. Windows became a massive success. Microsoft became synonymous with personal computing. The company grew at a dizzying rate, making Bill Gates the richest man in the world. But success also brought criticism and accusations of monopoly. The 90s were a time of consolidation. Microsoft launched Office, a productivity suite that became a standard in offices around the world. The Internet was here to stay, and Microsoft bet heavily on this new technology, launching Internet Explorer, a browser that would soon dominate the market. Myths and legends of the Microsoft empire. And here we enter the realm of myths and legends. There is a story that has always circulated in the corridors of Microsoft, a persistent rumor that speaks of a ghost programmer. It is said that in the early years, when the company was small and resources limited, an anonymous programmer, a solitary genius, wrote much of the MS-DOS code. Some say he was a disgruntled employee, others that he was a hacker hired in secret. The truth is that no one knows who this ghost programmer was. But his legend lives on, fueled by the complexity and genius of the MS-DOS code. Reality or fiction? We'll never know for sure, but the story of the ghost programmer is a reminder of the humble origins and bold innovation that drove Microsoft. Another myth, much more contemporary, speaks of a fierce, almost ruthless competition within Microsoft. There are rumors of teams sabotaging each other's work to get ahead, of brilliant projects that were buried by internal struggles. The reality, as is often the case, is more complex. Competition exists in all large companies, but at Microsoft, that competition has often been used as an engine of innovation. Current situation. A giant in evolution. Today, Microsoft is much more than Windows. It is a diversified company, with a presence in the cloud, Azure, in the world of video games, Xbox, in the development of artificial intelligence. Bill Gates is no longer in charge, but his legacy lives on. Microsoft is a company in constant evolution, adapting to market changes, investing in new technologies. The company has been able to reinvent itself, overcoming crises and adapting to the new times. Now, with Satya Nadella at the helm, Microsoft has focused on artificial intelligence and the cloud, betting on a future where technology is even more omnipresent. Microsoft, a name that resonates in every corner of the planet. A company that has shaped the digital world, that has democratized technology, that has created an empire. T behind every line of code, every innovative product, there are people, there are dreams, there are challenges. Because sometimes, behind a simple logo, there is a whole story that few know. And you, did you know this story? Which Microsoft myth surprised you the most? Tell us in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to discover more fascinating stories from your favorite brands.